Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Grim Report. Sorry about the hair thing. Yeah, Grim had his hair cut. Long time no see, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, you know this is how I do these things. 3 times a month. This one is one that everybody knows about, but hold on. What you know and what you think you know are way two different things. I've learned this rather quickly when reading about this. First off, guys, Phoenix means he or she has arisen from the flames. He or she does not mean Phoenix is a she. It could be a he or she. It means risen from the flames. I think it's Greek. In the winter, defeating all challengers and such, overcoming all odds. Phoenix could be anything, anybody, anyone. We all know, of course, it is Greek. Well, it's a bird at least. It is according to the myth associated with the sun. It cannot die, because it always rises from the dead, from the ashes, and gets new life. Now, yes, it comes back to life and becomes new. Basically, it's a newborn. Myth says when it dies, it goes down into a show of flames. Basically, a pretty boom. How long the phoenix lives? As longest noted was 500 years before it was reborn. It is, in my opinion, guys, rebirth. Now, basically, it dies. It comes back. It's reborn. Now, 500 years is a pretty long time. That's the longest recorded. Now, there could be shorter ones. I mean, a phoenix could have been killed. They're not saying it cannot be killed. They're saying it cannot die. Just like there's a difference between immortal and eternal. Now, it's been told differently over the years, guys. It's not been the same. But no one knows what the fact is, if it was real or not. We all know myths have some facts, guys, some facts and some grounded in reality. It's all in what you believe, guys. I mean, do you think this thing actually existed? Do you think it still exists today? If so, where? Now, it as a bird, there are plenty of birds that dive down and come back up. Seagulls are one and stuff like that. It'll dive down. It'll come back up. Am I saying it's a seagull? No. No, I'm just putting some stuff out there to make you think. What they think was a phoenix could have been another bird. What they think is a rebirth could actually be coming up out of the flames. Now, basically, guys, this is just a myth on how resilient people or animals can be. People have such resilience in this world that, let me scoot my chair up, that we don't know about. Animals have resiliency. I mean, there's a frog, for God's sakes, that cryogenically freezes itself during winter and comes up during the summer, and it doesn't look like it's aged or doesn't die either. That's real. That's rebirth. But there are other types of rebirth. Now, rebirth means you overcome, you overconquered. Not just that. There is also, of course, and the Christian belief is that when you go under the water and you come back up, that's a form of rebirth. That's being reborn. Now, There are other forms of it, of course. We all know this. But that's one of the forms of it. Forms of rebirth. Now, there are many others. But I'm not going to get into all that. I usually do like a 5-minute video to give you a taste of what you guys, if you want to look or learn more, go ahead. I don't read a long list of things. I tell you what I find out or what I've researched. And yes, sometimes it's very little. Sometimes it's a lot. But this got me thinking that, what needs a rebirth? What is reborn in this day and age? There's a lot of TV shows that are being a phoenix. In a way, they're being reborn because they're redoing them. That's another type of rebirth. A redo, a remake. Like they did the current Resident Evil game. They did a remake of Resident Evil 2. And I haven't played it. I've seen people play it. It looks better than the original. But there are times that a rebirth is horrible. For instance, the Ghostbuster movie. Then the one that came out, 2016, that was horrible. That was a remake. Remake is also a rebirth, in a way. We call it rebirth, they call it remakes. A thing about that, though, is that, speaking of Ghostbusters, they are making a Ratchet Part 3 to it. And there's been some current uproar about it. But I'm not going to get into that. That's not what I do. But, in conjunction, Phoenix means rebirth. Or has arisen. Or arisen. From defeat. Overcomes enemies, overcomes obstacles. Who doesn't need a rebirth every now and then, right? But yes, like I said, guys, next month we'll be starting of state myths. Myths or legends. And I've already got 2 states looking up. My home state, and of course our friend Duck's state. Now, Duck, I will be combining 2. Your state and West Virginia, because you guys have a lot in common as in myth-wise. I couldn't look up your state without West Virginia popping up. So I'll be covering yours and West Virginia at the same time. Because I've looked it up. I've only found one legend. And it coheses with one in West Virginia. So, yeah. Sorry about that, Duck. I couldn't find any more. Not through lack of trying, trust me. But guys, let me know if you have another state you want me to look up. I have 2 months covered already. Let me know if you want a specific state's stuff looked up, and I will do it. Myth or legend, it doesn't matter. If you have one, put it down in the comments. But it's got to be from a state. It can't be, I'm not looking for Bigfoot. Bigfoot's everywhere. Dogman's everywhere. These are ones that nobody knows about. Or they know about them and they don't talk about them. You know how it goes. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, this has been Grim from the Grim Report. Good luck. Good night. And of course, we all know what I'm going to say next.